All right, guys, welcome to our first Jackpot Call of the Year. So excited to be here with Megan and Jamie, and we are your national marketing directors that lead this section of it. And so tonight, we kind of have been going in these little rounds. I'm sorry, I got my blanket. I'm freezing in my basement, but and so we've started over. We kind of do similar content, but tweak it, get better at it, just like we do in our businesses. So tonight we're going to be kind of explaining what is the jackpot that you're trying to hit, how do you get there, and asking you guys to talk a little bit with us. And all of us are going to be talking tonight. So, but first and foremost, we get to lose a member tonight. This is the best part of the whole thing. You guys who are new are like, what? So what we do is we want people to hit the jackpot and then move on to the next group. So Larry Morris is right there in the blue in the middle. Wave, Larry, yes. And I'm sure he's confident. He knows that I would love to always put him on the spot. So be thinking about that, Larry. I'm going to have him just tell you a little bit. He's got his story down to like 30 seconds. It's really awesome. He spoke on a men's panel this weekend at our Freedom Revolution event. But Larry, if you'll just tell them really quick that little bit of your story, and then maybe if you would share with us what this group did for you, whatever that is. I don't want to even put words in your mouth, so I'll let you do it.
All right. So my story, you have the long one, you have the short one. The short one is that I got to the point where bending over to tie my shoes, I got out of breath. And unfortunately, it took that for me to realize that I needed to make some changes in my life. And about that time, Juice Plus came upon the scene. I started taking Juice Plus, and I started feeling better. I started losing weight. And not only can I now bend over and tie my shoes without getting winded, I feel better than I have in years.
It's awesome. So do you think that, you were in this group, and he actually could have graduated last time, but he stayed on a little longer just to solidify and make sure he was customer qualified. So how do you think that being a part of this group played into your success?
A lot of great nuggets. Of course, it's great to see people and hear their stories and their challenges, because they have similar things to go. And then, of course, the trainings that you give, working on our stories, some of those things were good. Being able to hear other people's stories to see how they approach people, and some of the defeats, some of the triumphs, both ways. I mean, because it's both are encouraging, because if everybody's always succeeding and you're not, then that's a little discouraging. But everybody has ups and downs, and so it's good to be able to share and to work with one another.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to play like 30, 60 seconds here. We got a little song here for Larry. Kind of cheesy, but hopefully you guys can hear that.
Yay!
Yay, Larry!
Woo!
This is the best part. And then the rest of you are like getting major FOMO, because he's going to 3 club group, and he's going to be learning all kinds of new stuff, and you guys want to be there. So I'll let it go through one more phrase. Big swell music. All right, awesome. Yay. Well, we're super proud of you, Larry, and I'm excited to see you, because I know you have a team member that's about to hit her VF and will be in this group soon, and then you'll be in that 3 club. Just continue doing what you're doing. So you don't have to stay on. We actually let you hang up so that everybody gets total FOMO. But
all right.
Everybody give them a round here, even though you're muted. Congratulations, Larry. All right. See, isn't that exciting? Don't you guys want that to be you? Well, you should want it to be you. I muted you all, so I'm sure you're saying yes very enthusiastically. So, So Megan and Jamie and I are going to share. Some of you saw some of these slides already this weekend, but you know what? We learned through repetition. So I'll play them up. I don't know if Megan or Jamie, one of you wants to maybe take a couple of them, or see, this is how we roll as NMDs. We just be like, hey, you want to go next? Okay. But let me bring them up real quick. Screen share. Okay. Everybody see that?
Yep.
And so we're going to talk about why qualify your business. Jamie, you want to take that?
Sure. So you've probably heard us say before, I feel like this is the most important call or Zoom training because qualifying or hitting a jackpot business is really the foundation of the whole entire business. It's your solid support to continue to grow up. And so you want to qualify, what we call qualify, or eventually getting that self-qualification, which I think is another slide. And when you qualify your business, you earn an extra 5% bonus on your team, people who are DDs or higher. Now, initially, it's not a huge amount, but I will tell you, as a national marketing director, my 5% bonus is the biggest chunk of my paycheck. And if I didn't have a jackpot business every month, oh my gosh. And it's such a big part of it that it's almost mind blowing. So that's why it's such a huge part of just creating that foundation, building that solid customer base, and getting 1,000 PVC every month.
Yeah, I actually figured mine out last year was 87% of my paycheck.
It's crazy.
I will always be qualified.
No kidding. No kidding, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I think, it's even important as you're rising up, because when you think about what that means, so the reason that's beneficial, even as you're rising up, is when you have someone who's rising up on your team and they end up at the same promotional level that you're at, while you're currently sitting at that same level, you aren't seeing any income from them or their team. But once you can qualify your business, you do then get that 5% until you move up to that next level. And then the same thing when you both promote out at sales coordinator at that top level, then when you get that 5%, that allows you to retain 5% on all of that business as well. So even though it's a little bit in the beginning, it really does stay pretty important the whole time, because it allows you to capitalize and maximize your paycheck the whole way through.
Yeah. Echo. I don't know why. Megan, you want to explain that one?
Yeah, so when we talk about 1,000, the next slide I'll show where you can find it on the report. It's also in your KPI box on the left-hand side of your virtual office. But what makes up that 1,000 points towards your qualification with the company are your own orders. So that is any customers that you're selling to, your family's orders, and then also your new distributors' orders, your dealers, and your DDs. They all count towards that. Where that kind of breaks off is when someone else hits their VF in your organization, then their points and their team's points count towards their qualification. But before they're at that level, and as you continue to grow wide and bring on new teammates, all of those points count towards that 1,000. But one reason we focus on a jackpot business, which is where you're getting that 1,000 points just inside your own personal customer base, so your family's orders and your preferred customers, is because then as you rise people up, and we want to help everybody get to whichever level it is that they want to achieve, as you help your teammates rise up, then you don't start to miss out on that qualification by falling down once their points or their team's points start to count towards their qualification. And when you can be self-qualified with your own orders, which we call a jackpot business, then that is your most solid foundation in terms of hitting that qualification month after month and really keeping it growing steady and strong.
Yeah, this is, I'm going to echo.
You're not on our end though, Karen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On my end. Okay. This is our sample PVC report. And you don't need to know everything that's on here yet. That's something you can go over with your upline or whoever your success partner is when you do coaching. But there are two different places you see your PVC. And so that's really what we wanted to show. Column 4 on your PVC tells you if you're a qualified business. And so that's what Megan was just saying, like if you have dealers and DDs feeding into you, and that's what this Mary Smith has. So she's at 956 right now. So she's almost there, and we got plenty of time in the month, so we know she's going to make it. She is qualified, but she is getting some of her points from these frontline team members. Column 6 over here, this is the jackpot column, because when you can get 1,000 on your own, then what Jamie and Megan were saying about people promoting to different levels, you know, if you have people come up that are VFs, what happens is they aren't feeding into your blue column anymore. But if you are already self-qualified, then that doesn't matter, okay? We'll see if there's a question on there. Let's see. Myself and my, no, 2 seconds. Okay, so if you're not getting this report, it does not come every single week, okay? I have a really short video that's like 3 minutes long. I'll drop into the Facebook group that I did a Zoom just, you know, when I was on by myself and showed you guys how to pull up the PVC report. But basically, you just go into your virtual office, you go into My Team Data, Former Reports, and it is report number 3. But I'll put that all in there again, so you don't have to remember that. But they only mail them, I believe now they've changed, and I think they're mailing them on the 20th and on the 25th of the month. So if you're not getting them on the 20th or the 25th, what you can do is definitely call distributor support, let them know that, because I had a team member do that. Well, she had accidentally checked a box somehow in her virtual office that she wanted to opt out of emails. So it could be something as simple as that, and they can get that fixed for you. But you do want to get those. They used to push a lot of them towards the end of the month, and they're not doing that as much now because that's what they realized was like clogging up the computers, because you've got people that are NMDs and QNMDs that have these huge genealogy and PVC reports, and it was just slowing down the system. So I actually run these reports myself every Sunday. I run this and I run my genealogy report. So if you, it's just like for me when I'm making my plan, that kind of tells me like who I want to talk to. I look at my distributors, and that's obviously not going to be a long PVC report for you guys right now, but I think it's a good habit to start looking at it, you know, a couple times a month and know where you stand, because people will say, oh my gosh, I'm already qualified and it's the 15th of the month. Well, fantastic. You know, that's what we want. We don't want you waiting until the 30th and having to use qualifiers day. All right. Jamie, do you want to explain this one?
So yeah, so this is the really fun sticky note challenge, and I love it because it's a visual, and I think we all can identify with visuals. So in that column 6, like Karen was saying, in order to self-qualify, where you have 1,000 PVC by yourself every single month, it is 24 trios. So this is 24 sticky notes. That you would put or on a cork board or on a whiteboard or whatever, to help you, number one, keep track of who you are getting trios from, who you are getting orders from. But what I really like is that it's color coded, so that this is something that you could use not only for yourself to get self-qualified, but to help start up brand new reps as well, because it helps. So look at the top 3 are green. We know that 3 trios get someone promoted to an HLP. So the first 3 names, Susie, John, and Joe, they got their HLP. And then we know that once you fill up the green stickies and the blue stickies, 12 trios, then you've hit your 2,000 plus. And so that's a huge, huge promotion in this business. And then the rest of the stickies is the 24, that when you get those names all filled up, you are self-qualified. So it's a great way to help you keep track of where you're at, how many you need to do, how to set your DMO around tackling those last 5 or 6. And I also think that it's important. So we know that people are going to order other things besides trios, right? And so I've heard some people train, like over this weekend, that they said that they still track that. They'll still write that on a sticky. They'll just put it to the side. It's like a bonus, like the bonus points. But we're really focused on getting those 24 trios. But there's also something powerful to say about, I was thinking about this weekend, actually physically writing names in those before you even get the order. So it's kind of like using it as a memory jogger. These are 12 people I want to talk to, and physically seeing it, whether you do it in pencil and erase it or whatever. But I think there's something powerful in visualizing the people you want to talk to and get orders from, all the way up to 24. Before you even gotten the order. I'm a big visualization person. I really believe in that. So it's a fun activity to do for you, and as you're starting up new reps too, and your other team members. You guys want to add anything?
Yeah, we've got a teammate actually very similar to what you were saying, Jamie, around kind of, I don't know, some people call it manifesting those orders as you're talking to those people, but they actually use a whiteboard calendar. So it's got, like 30 spaces on it, or sometimes they have 28, and then just using 24 of those, and then putting their people that they're projecting on there, but then changing their colors or starting to shade in the box once they have them kind of knocked out. And then knowing then that the first 3 that they shaded in were green, then as they shaded in the other 9, and those were blue, and then the final 12 being orange, and then they know they've wrapped up those 24 as well.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the big part about this too, you guys, is that your team does what you do. And so anytime that I have someone that tells me, like, I feel like I might be, not moving as fast as I want, and this is more for upper level people, I bring them back to exactly the activities you guys are doing in this group. I'm like, you know what you need to do? You need to fast track to VF. If you can take yourself back through that. And so think about what you guys just did. A lot of you are in this group because you fast tracked to VF. You did it. And so if you want to get self-qualified, do it again. Some of you, it took a month. So now next month, just keep doing the same activity that got you there. Except now the fun part is you start bringing friends on. And since you know how to do it, you show them how to do it. And then they get to be in here. And so that's really all it takes to get to NMD, honestly, is to learn to get to VF, qualify your business, and then teach others to do the same. Mm-hmm. Because really, if you look at that structure, that's all it is. It's a VF who's brought on 3 VFs, and then they went wider, and then they brought on VFs, and then they went wider, and then they brought on VFs. So we get paid really well to teach people how to qualify their businesses. And so that's why we really want to drill it in this group. So I'm going to hit the stop share. And I know we're way, way over because of the other call, but I know we have a few new people. We definitely wanted you guys to unmute real quick and maybe just say, hi, I'm Karen, and I'm from wherever, and maybe what made you say yes to joining our fast track group, like what you are hoping to learn, because maybe we want to make sure we're covering all the content that you want. If you're new, let's hear you.
Okay, I'm Becca. Hello.
Okay, let's go Becca first.
Am I unmuted?
Yep, you're good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm Becca. I don't think that I actually fast tracked a VF. I just had enough points that accumulated, I guess, over a time and qualified. So I'm looking to, well, let me back up. I'm from Sullivan, Missouri. So I'm in Missouri. My bad. But I'm kind of looking to, I want to fast track to SC. That's like my goal. So I'm currently working on recruiting, and that's kind of been a struggle for me, but I've got my dream team at 2 people that I'm working on right now, one of which I brought to one of the events over the weekend, and she's still super excited and interested, and I talked to her. So I'm just, I guess, looking to know the system as well as I can, and hearing that whiteboard idea just like really clicked in my head. So I'm going to try and maybe replicate that this week and see if I can fill in all the 24 boxes. So I guess I'm just looking to get there, like really work it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks
So.
for sharing. Someone's got jamming music on. Okay. Who else is new, wants to go?
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Schmidt. I'm from Evansville, Indiana. Very, very small rural town in Indiana. I fast-tracked to VF in 30 days. So I'm still in that very, very motivated stage. But the huge issue I'm having is recruiting. I do have 2 people under me who are not motivated, and I don't see them getting motivated. I do really well at selling personally, but getting people to sell under me has been my biggest issue of trying to find good people.
Okay. Well, you are not too far from me, and there's another girl on this call, Karen Johnson. Karen, maybe wave your hand so she can see you. So we're down in Clarksville, Tennessee, so we're less than 90 minutes from you, Mackenzie. So we have come to events in Evansville, so hopefully we'll be maybe seeing your face live soon. Who else is new?
I'll go.
Julie.
Yes, I'm really excited to be here. I started my I started my journey with Juice Plus in July. Didn't work my business, and then realized how much I actually love the product, and knew that I absolutely had to share it. So I really started working my business in August, and fast-tracked to VF very, very quickly, and was actually in the Empire 3 group and kind of skipped over all of this, and I have a qualified business, and I'm working really, really hard to keep my business qualified, because I just promoted my first VF under me. So I have that fear of, just making sure that I can do this on my own. And I'm really focusing on rising up some new people. I have, let's see, I guess a total of 4 people on my team, but I have some people that are just, one is a family user, and then I have people that really aren't too engaged. So that's my biggest challenge right now, is rising up that next VF. And I just really wanted to get back and hear all of these basics, because when I was in that Empire 3 group, they were talking about things, and I'm like, whoa, where did we learn this at? Because, I past that. And so I'm like, I talked with Megan, had a heart to heart, and I'm like, I just really want to know what's going on. I want to be able to help my team. So that's what I'm here for, and
awesome.
Love the energy of the group. So
hey, where are you from?
Sorry,
Julie.
I'm from Highland, Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, so part of Team Action.
Awesome.
Where's Julie from?
Illinois.
Highland, Illinois.
Barb, do you want to go next?
Sure. Hi, my name's Barb Brace. I'm from Bloomsdale, Missouri, a very little town. My daughter is Jody Brown, who's qualified national marketing director. She begged and begged me to come on board, which I did. I've tried to promote my business. I have one that passed me up, so now I don't receive any of her points at all. So I have to fast track to sales coordinator to get all that back, and I'm trying to do that. And the biggest problem that I'm having is getting people to respond or to come to event. I host a lot of events, but a lot of time it's a lot of my team players that have people there and not my own. So that's frustrating, but I want to get past that, and I want to get to sales coordinator.
Awesome.
What I'm doing is only qualifying maybe 2 months in a row, and then I'll skip a month, and then maybe another month, and I'm not consistent. And I did have 3 of my trio orders canceled this month.
Well, you'll get paid
You
more.
sent them Christmas cards and everything, then they call and cancel. 2 of them, their college students graduated and they took themselves off the product.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. You're going to help me, right, Karen?
We are. This whole group's going to help you. We're excited to have you, Barb.
Okay.
On. Let's see. I know there's still more new faces. I keep seeing all these new faces. So
I'll go. Can
Go
you
ahead,
hear
Abby.
me?
Yeah, go ahead, Abby.
My name's Abby Ryerson, and I'm from Owensville, Missouri. I am a sales coordinator. I had a little bit of life happen this year, so I fell out of qualifications and need to get myself self-qualified. So, and you guys want to get your butt to the 3 club group. I'm telling you. Know this stuff and then move on to the next group.
You know,
So.
I think it's really great that some of you that were in the 3 club group have actually come here, because we were even talking in the group that is going for the Eltons. And, you know, they even said, like, we wish we would go back and do some of the content you guys are doing, you know? And so you can never go wrong working on the basics, even as a national marketer. I can tell you last year, for the first time ever in my business, I dipped into my qualification bank. And I've been in business 10 years. And I was like, no way, Jose. And I went back to the basics and doubled my customer base in a few months. And so, you know, I'm self-qualified again. So not just qualified, but self-qualified. So don't ever feel like shame or guilt or that you did something wrong. There's nothing. This business is get to, and we get to live life, and we all have that. We all have life.
Absolutely.
And so it's not that we've done anything wrong. And so I think that all of you that are in this group are in a really smart place, because sometimes we get a little ahead of ourselves, and that can actually slow us down.
That's where I think I messed up on a lot of, like, I put too much stuff on top of my business with all the stuff that I was going through life. And what am I going to push aside? And I pushed aside my business just because that was the easiest thing to do. Which it's fine because this business is awesome, so it's always going to be back. So, and my problem with me is meeting new people. So last year was my year of cold market, and I've learned a lot on cold market. And actually, I was laughing when Jake was talking about that because I'm an internet stalker, and it's actually working out pretty well. So we'll see.
Awesome. Thanks, Abby. I know there's still a few more new faces. Anybody else want to, I mean, we're not going to force you to talk, but anybody else want to say what they're looking forward to or what they're hoping to get out of the group? Okay. Megan or Jamie, do you have anything here so we can close up? And anything else, Megan, you want to say?
Yeah, I think Julie's going to unmute here in just a second and introduce her teammate. We're getting boxers from Lynn that she's having difficulty getting her speaker to work. And we've got a new VF that just hit her promotion last month, and it's actually one of Julie's teammates.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'd like to introduce my teammate, Lynn Roots. She's got her video off. But she's kind of my person now. We share a lot of stuff together, and she's kind of like my buddy. So we got her to the VF. She really worked hard to get there, and I know she's going to rock this. Lynn had a funny thing. You know, we all think that bringing on teammates to me is the hardest thing, and Lynn, I mean, we need to learn from her, because like she can just talk to somebody and she would call me and say, oh my gosh, I don't have a household because they're gonna take the product, and they're gonna be on the, you know, they're gonna sell it, and you know, it's just like crazy how fast she's got team under her. So we just need to help her develop that team now. So that's one of our goals. And I feel like when she asked me questions, I didn't know. So that's why I'm here too,
Perfect.
is need to help. So anyway.
Yeah, and I'm excited because Lynn's been in the network marketing business for a long time, guys. So I think we may end up learning a thing or two from her. She was actually one of the pink Cadillac driving Mary Kay ladies back in the day. So she definitely knows a thing or two about direct sales. So it'll be a lot of fun to kind of have her here interacting with us too.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love the energy in this group. I'm super excited for 2018. You guys, great things are going to happen, and we're just starting off in a great place here. So you're all going to have awesome businesses this year. I feel it.
Yeah, and our goal really is to really graduate you guys. I would love when 6 weeks from now, it's kind of Jamie and Megan and I went through and we've already, listed out everything we're going to be doing. And so it just fell kind of halfway between conference that we would kind of start over a little bit. So if you guys follow these action steps, if you're in the 90-day game plan, do what they're saying. Just take those action steps every day. Get those 24 Post-it notes up. Even if you are like, I don't know if that's for me, I promise you it is. Do the activity. Jamie always tells us to, we got to get really good at telling our story, because if you're not willing to share your story, then you're never going to move forward in this business. So there's so much of that we're going to work on next week. And so just be here, be present, engage with us, and we will be playing some music for you here at the end of February. So can I put a screenshot of the Post-its up? I will actually drop the picture in the group. Okay, so I'll drop that up for you so you can see it. It's on the mission-driven model. Yeah, on the Facebook group. Yep. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hit start.